This audio recording for creating a scatter brush of leaves in Adobe Illustrator is supplemental in this assignment to help you work on your assignment without having to leave your screen or the program over and over. Feel free to listen to this as you're working along in Adobe Illustrator on your computer. First, you'll need to create a new project. For the dimensions, make it 1,300 pixels wide by 850 pixels high, 1,300 by 850. Once your artboard loads, you'll want to look at your toolbar on the left-hand side at the two squares towards the bottom that represent your stroke and your fill colors. Set your stroke color to none. That's the white box with the red slash. Then set your fill box to black. Next, we will use the ellipse tool, which you can access from the toolbar on the left or pressing the key L, as in llama. And we will use the ellipse tool to draw a vertical oval going up and down in the center of your artboard. It should take up a significant amount of space, but not the entire artboard. You need to be able to see all the edges of your shape easily so we can manipulate them later. Now that you have your oval drawn, we need to make the top side of the oval pointed because we're making a leaf shape. What you need to do is select the anchor point tool, which you can also select holding Shift and pressing C as in cat on your keyboard. You can also locate this anchor point tool from underneath the pen tool on the toolbar. To access that submenu, click and hold the pen tool to discover the anchor point tool. Remember, anytime you hover your mouse over a tool, it will give you the tool name in a tooltip. Now that you have the anchor point tool selected, click the top anchor point, press and hold. Then, as you're holding your mouse, hold Shift on the keyboard and then drag your mouse to create the point. If you need to, pause this audio recording and make the point on the top side of your leaf. The next part is using the direct selection tool, which you can select from the toolbar or pressing A on your keyboard. This time we will select the anchor point, which is the little box on your shape, on the left side of your shape. After you have selected the anchor point, hold Shift on your keyboard and keep holding Shift as you click on the right anchor point. Now they should both be selected, both the left and right anchor points. You may now release the Shift key. Click and drag downwards on one of the side anchor points. Since they're both selected, both side anchor points should move together downward. This is going to make our oval take more of a teardrop shape that's narrower at the top and wider and broader at the bottom, just like a leaf. Now click the bottom anchor point to select it, and then click and drag downwards to round the bottom of the shape just a little. Next, we are going to put a wavy effect around the edges of the leaf. Look at the menus at the top of your screen. At the very, very top, you'll find one that says Effects. Click the Effect menu. Go down to Distort and Transform. From there, select the option that says Zigzag. In the window that pops up, make sure you have the box next to the word Preview checked. This way you can see the changes as you make them. For the settings, select your size as 3 points. For the ridges per segment, select 3. For points, select Smooth. OK. Next, we will click the Object menu and go to Path, and then select Add Anchor Points. You should see several more anchor points looking like little dots or boxes around the outside of your shape have been added. We are going to do the same thing a second time. Go to the Object menu, Path, Add Anchor Points. Perfect. Now we have doubled our anchor points again. The bottom side of the leaf is broader and smoother. So click and drag your mouse to create a selection box around the bottom anchor points along the bottom curve of the leaf. With your mouse out in the white area outside your shape, press and hold, and then drag. It will make a selection box. It will automatically appear and you do not need to select a tool. We are trying to select all the anchor points we've created along the bottom of the shape. We're going to simplify it because the bottom broad side of this leaf does not need as many details as the top parts of the leaf. Pause here if needed, but right now you should see a selection box and then all of the bottom section of anchor points you've selected show that they're selected. With those still selected, go to the Object menu, Path, Simplify. Now we have fewer anchor points in this broader section of our leaf. In the window, lower the curve precision to about 30%. Once curve precision is about 30, click OK. Go to the Object menu and select Expand Appearance. Now we need to use our Delete Anchor Point tool to get rid of the anchor point or two on either side of the very bottom center anchor. We need to further smooth out the very, very bottom of our leaf shape. This is where it would naturally connect to a stem and then the branch. So we need to smooth this out a little bit more. To use the Delete Anchor Point tool, you can select it from the toolbar on the left or hit the dash or minus key on your keyboard. Now that you have the tool selected, any anchor point you click will be deleted. Click 1 or 2 anchor points on either side of the very bottom point. Pause this audio if needed. For this next section, we will need to change a couple settings. The fill should be set to none. That's the white box with the red slash. The stroke will be set to white. Next, we will need the brush tool. You can select that from the toolbar on the left, or you can also hit B on your keyboard. B as in boy. And for your tool at the very top in the settings, select it to 3 points and round. Next, we are going to draw a line down the center of our leaf and lines branching off on either side to be the veins of the leaf. Do not worry about making these look exactly perfect right now. We will edit them in just a moment. And if they overlap that center line, that is perfectly fine. We will fix that later. Just draw a quick line down the center of the leaf and then quickly add veins on either side. Pause audio if needed. Now select the Magic Wand tool, which is pressing Y on your keyboard, and select one of the white lines you drew to select all of them. Now look at your brush profile settings at the very top of your screen. For the brush profile, select Basic. For the width profile, select Width Profile number 4 from the drop-down menu. Width Profile number 4. Next, we will increase the stroke weight to 14 points. Stroke weight to 14 points. Individually select the veins at the top of the leaf, and we're going to lessen the stroke weight to about 4 to 5 points. Remember, our leaf gets narrower at the top, and the little vein lines are also going to be shorter and thinner compared to the veins at the bottom of the leaf. Use your discretion and pick the top 2 or 3 veins and lower the stroke weight to 4 to 5 points. Similarly, we will modify the veins in the middle section of the leaf to have a stroke weight of approximately 11 points. Feel free to adjust the stroke weight as needed to get the desired look that you want for your leaf. Next, we will need the Magic Wand tool, which is Y on your keyboard, to select all of our lines again. Now that they're selected, go to the Object menu, and then go to Expand Appearance. The Object menu again is at the very top of your screen. Object menu, Expand Appearance. Once you've done that, zoom in on your leaf. Next, we will need the Shape Builder tool, which you will need to find on your toolbar on the left. Once it is selected, hold the Alt key on your keyboard and click the different parts of the lines you want to get rid of. In this case, we will get rid of all the line pieces that cross over and past the center line. We want all the veins to appear as if they are connected seamlessly to the center line. Pause audio if needed. Now that your veins look like they're connected to the center line and are not crossing over, locate the Pathfinder window, which is typically on the right side of your screen. If you don't see your Pathfinder window, go to the Window menu at the very top of your screen. Click Window, and then select Pathfinder. Once you have opened the Pathfinder window or located it, click the button that says Unite. If you're not sure which button, hover your mouse and it will tell you which one is which. Now all of our lines have come together to form one solid shape. Make sure your entire leaf is selected, and then drag your leaf that you've made into the bottom corner of your artboard. We're just simply moving it out of the way for now. With your leaf still selected, hold the Alt key on your keyboard and click and drag your leaf to the center of the artboard. This will automatically create a new copy of your leaf. With this new leaf in the center of your artboard and having it still selected, hold Shift and resize the leaf smaller. For reference, your leaf height can be about the height of 2 of your tools on your toolbar on the left, about 2 of those buttons tall. Now that our leaf is completely built and it's resized, it's finally time to create our scatter brush. Open the brush window if it's not already open. If not, select the Window menu at the very top, and then click on Brushes. Make sure your small leaf is selected, and then click your leaf and drag it into the brush window next to the other brush icons. In the pop-up window, select Scatter Brush and click OK. Next, you can name the image or the brush Leaf, and then you will change the size, spacing, scatter, and rotation settings all to random. These should be almost all the drop-down boxes on this window. Size, spacing, scatter, and rotation all changed to random. For the rotation relative to, select the path option. Rotation relative to will be set to path. For the colorization method, select tints. Once you have selected tints, click OK. In your brushes window, select your new little leaf icon. Now either select your brush tool from your toolbar or hit B as in boy on your keyboard. Next, edit the stroke and fill that is on your toolbar on the left. Set the fill to none and the stroke to your desired leaf color. All that's left is to test out your new brush. Draw a line of any type on your artboard to try out your new brush. You should see a scatter of little leaves along the line in a random pattern that you've drawn. Does it not look exactly how you pictured? You can still edit the settings. In your brushes window, double-click your leaf brush that you've created. A window will pop up, and you can use the sliders to adjust the settings. Be sure the preview option is checked so that you can see your changes as you make them. Adjust your rotation, scatter, and other settings as desired. Once you're happy with how your new brush looks, click Apply to Strokes in the next pop-up box. Now you can select any color you would like and you can apply it to all the leaves you have drawn. You may also select other tools such as the rectangle or ellipse tools and create shapes while still using your leaf brush. If you would like a variety, for example, all the different colors of leaves in the fall with reds, browns, and oranges, you can draw shapes or lines and select each one to a different color. You can also play around with the layering of the different lines and different colors of leaves to get the desired effect. I hope you had fun creating your leaf scatter brush. See you next time!